Hello! This is Anna from Pretty Shepherd, and today I'm going to show you a very easy and basic braid that is nevertheless one of the key components of Hungarian traditional hairstyles. Basically what I'm going to explain to you is how to dress up a simple English braid by adding a thick embroidered ribbon to it. Even though this kind of hairstyle seems very basic to the modern eye and looks like something that you wouldn't really wear for special occasions, the historical case is quite the opposite. This hairstyle was mostly worn by unmarried maidens for Sundays when going to church or for other special occasions, whenever they were wearing their Sunday best. One of the reasons this hairstyle was so popular virtually everywhere in Hungary is that the girls could show off the length of their hair, which they normally kept up when they were working. The ribbon also thickens the braid, so it looks like a girl has thicker, more lush hair, which was a symbol of health, of course, and health was a symbol of fertility. Yeah, it can escalate very quickly from there. The point was that the girl with the longest and thickest hair was probably more sought after by men, and she would more easily get herself a husband. The ribbon itself could have been a symbol of wealth, as these kind of embroidered ribbons were very expensive at the time. Most of the time they were probably gifts from family. Parents would give this to the girl so she could show off that she was quite wealthy. Or it could have been a gift from a man if he was courting or intending to court a woman. I'm going to show you 3 ways in which you can incorporate such a ribbon into your hair. The first one that I'm going to show you is the one that I like best, but it's actually the more wasteful kind. It's something that shows up very, very rarely in photographs or mentions. Since this ribbon was really expensive, they didn't really use it to braid it into the hair, so they would normally just add it as a decoration at the end. Which is the second style that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to braid with a simple ribbon and then add. And then the third one, if you're as insanely lucky as I am and happen to come by ribbon of the same color as some sort of accessory that you've gotten as a gift years and years ago and you can't even really remember where that gift was from, you can combine the two and can add kind of a more modern twist to it. If we're talking about historical accuracy, I cannot not mention how important the length of the ribbon was. In a lot of villages it was seen as kind of a bad thing if a girl wore her ribbon longer than her skirt. So if her ribbon was longer than her skirt, the people of the village would say that she wants to get married. However, these kind of ideas don't really apply to our modern 21st century, so you do you. If you want to have a ribbon as long as your ankles, then I think that would be fabulous, to be honest. Or if you just want a teeny tiny bow at the end of your braid, you do you. First, part your hair in the middle. It's best to section the hair in a way so as the middle strand comes from a wider area of your head. Just start a simple English braid. This way you can create a little cradle for the comb to sit in at the end. And now is the point to decide where you want your ribbon to start. We're going to add it to the 2 strands that have the least amount of hair in them. So you can kind of feel them and decide which ones are less thick. You're going to find the middle of the ribbon, place it around the thickest strand that will not get any ribbon inside it, and add the ends into the 2 strands that will. To cover up the wrong side of the ribbon, we're going to fold it over the hair. This way, only the nice side of the ribbon is showing. You will soon notice how the strand of hair starts to get thinner compared to the ribbon. So what you can do is you can take out the hair from the middle of the ribbon and add it to the strand of hair. After 2 or 3 steps, you can add the hair from the other ribbon as well. Once you've reached the end of your hair, it's actually easier to tie it off with a string rather than an elastic. Choose a color that matches the color of your ribbon and snip off the ends. With the remaining ribbon, we're going to tie a bow. You can also wrap the 2 sides of the ribbon clockwise and anti-clockwise and then tie the bow. Since the color of the thread matches my ribbon quite well, I'm just going for a bow. Remember that the bow will be sitting on your back, so the wrong side should be facing forwards. That means it's going to face your back and the nice side is going to show backwards. Now we can add our decorative comb. See how nicely it sits in that cradle that we created? For the second version, we're going to use some ribbon that is just about as long as your hair. I've chosen a color that goes nicely with this other ribbon that I'm going to use as the decorative bow at the end. Satin ribbons were still a luxury, so they would have been passed down with generations and basically used to shreds, but they were still less expensive as the embroidered ones. The reason why they didn't braid embroidered ribbon into the hair is that when you braid something, it gets crimpled and broken, and it was an expensive thing, so people tried to take as good care of it as possible. So here's the middle of the ribbon, and I'm just going to add it to the braid as I did with the previous one. You can just tie this off with an elastic. Now you could tie a bow at the end of it as you normally would, or you can prepare a bow beforehand. If you want to find out how to neatly prepare a bow beforehand, then you can click through to my video where I explain how to do just that. To better fix it in place, you can take the end of the ribbon and pull through one of the braids. And that's it. There you have it. For the third version, you will need a ribbon hair clip that matches the color of your ribbon. Open the back and clip it on your hair. Well, that's how you add ribbons and bows to your hair. I hope you've enjoyed this little insight into Hungary's folk culture via this little tutorial infused with history. If you want to watch more content such as this, you can subscribe to my channel, as I plan to put out new videos every week. And if you did enjoy, you can let me know by leaving a thumbs up. Bye-bye!